Hello, good afternoon, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name is Dave, and I am struggling to remember how to have a human face, because this is the first time I've had a face cam on a stream for ages. I can't even remember the last time. It was probably Halloween, maybe? So I'm terribly sorry, because you're going to see a lot of game face today, and I'm sure just all kinds of my face that people won't enjoy. I am here, and I'm joined today by Rob. Hello, Rob.
Hello.
I'm sorry, that was quite the preamble. I'm getting back into the swing of things. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited about today. It's a role reversal from our last stream.
Yeah, it is. It's if you didn't see our last stream, I asked Rob last week to play Outer Wilds, which is one of my favourite games. Continues to be, by the way. I've been playing it over the weekend. My God, I'm so close to the end now, and I just am loving every second. I want to tell you all about it. Rob had never played it, and I was convinced he would really like it, so I got him to play it on the stream.
Right.
And I was right. Yes, and now...
You were right.
Tell your sister.
Tell your sister. You were right. I like Outer Wilds.
It's a good game. But now the roles have reversed.
Yes.
And you are having your revenge on me as you are asking...
It's not revenge.
No, it's like lovely revenge. Although I must admit that now I'm sat here, I feel a little bit of pressure.
Well, don't. All that's going to happen is you're going to play an incredible game. Today, I'm getting Dave to play my favourite game of the entire PS4 generation, which is What Remains of Edith Finch. The goal is to play all of it.
Yeah.
Although if it gets to 5:30 and for some reason you're nowhere near the end, we'll just say goodbye. But it's quite a short game. It's a brilliant game. It is going to be a lot of Dave just experiencing it, and I want to be as quiet as possible and let Dave experience the game. So yes, it's going to... I really hope you like it, Dave. Before we jump in, though, we should say hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, lovely people in the chat. Hello to Oliver Bath and Domino, our wonderful mods, as always. Hello to Alex, who's in the chat as PlayStation Access. And hello to all of you. Andrew Johnson, Sword in the Storm, Jarvis Sensei's there, Dad of Boys, the real Socky99. I've never seen you before, but welcome.
It's the real one, thank God. We've
had, the pretend
Socky99
all
yeah.
the time. Whitefall. Hello to you, Eric Bisanos, Sam Aston, Tom Wicks, Dame Spiggleton.
Blimey.
Hello, Dame Spiggleton. Great to see you. Yes, this is What Remains of Edith Finch. If you have played it before, please, 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 no spoilers in the comments. Dave's not played it, and this whole stream is him getting to experience it for the first time. Also, quickly, before we jump into the game, I just want to say hello to the Vod Squad.
Vod Squad. We need like a little jingle, don't we?
Need a jingle. The Vod Squad, that is everyone who's watching this not live later on. You're watching the video on demand. The Vod, hence you are the Vod Squad. And I'm just going to read out a few comments from the Vod Squad on our previous stream, our Outer Wilds stream. The first comment is from Watch Owl, who says, I love how Dave is like, look, Rob, look at this lovely thing. And Rob is like, no. Also, thanks for the Vod Squad shout out. It makes us feel special and like we're part of some sort of cool space-time anomaly. Well, Watch Owl, I hope you're watching this. And I hope you enjoyed having your comment read out.
No.
No. George Jack says, hello, Rob and Dave. So glad to be on the Vod Squad, and I hope to catch a stream soon. Are you here, George Jack? Have you caught this stream?
Let us know. I hope so.
CJC4291. Catchy username there. Says, a long-time Vod Squad member, I think this was a great idea and would make a great series. You guys getting each other to play games you love. And we agree, which is why we're continuing it today. There's another comment from Andrew Johnson, who's not in the Vod Squad. He's here, so I'm not going to read that out, Andrew Johnson. You can't be in the chat and on the Vod Squad. What else? There's lots of comments here. We can't go through them all. We can't go through them.
You've got to pick one more at random.
I like this one. From Jimmy James, who says, yes! Loving the shout-out for the Vod Squad. Aussies find it a little hard to catch these live, but I will definitely watch them later. Oh,
Good
Jimmy
times.
James there. Jimmy James.
Oh, no.
From Down Under.
Oh, God.
And here's my Australian accent for you.
Well,
Hello, Australia.
I have to really physically prevent myself from joining you in doing an Australian accent because it's one of my favourites to do.
Mate.
I love doing it.
How we
and
doing?
years of neighbours watching. I think I've really perfected it.
Yeah,
but I can't. I can't do
I'm very
it.
aware that my Australian accent is terrible, so I apologise to any Australians watching the stream today. But without further ado, Kelly D454 is from Australia. One Aussie here. Hello, Kelly.
Oh my good God!
Let's get on with it before
I'm going in. I'm hitting go. Before we start an international incident here, the Australian embassy has to make a statement.
Mucky Mo says I just offended half of the chat with that accent. Why? Why? Look. Oh, here we go. I don't remember that.
Oh, it's Annapurna.
Yeah. So this is the exact same studio that made the unfinished Swan. I don't know if you played that, Dave.
I did. And it's also the same publisher that published Outer Wilds.
Matthew Cox is another Aussie. He's in the chat as well. Here we go. What reminds of Edith Finch?
Oh, we're straight in. Are we? Yes.
Yeah, we are.
I can look around. What do you think of the water graphics, Rob?
I think they're
Bit of a pause there.
calm. They're tranquil and calm. They're not
nice.
like, not the best ever, but like they fit the game.
There's like a nice painterly quality
Yes,
to them. It's
exactly.
more like a painting of water.
Exactly.
All right then. Can I move? I can't move. I've got my bag. I've got... Are they lilies? Oh! Yes, I'd like to do that. It's R2, okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Well, if it's not going to make sense to me, this is going to be very confusing.
It will.
Well, that is a...
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That is precarious.
Indeed.
This looks like your dream house, Rob. Just in the middle of a forest.
Yes.
What we got here?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Well, they failed. They failed there.
You failed what?
They failed to open them.
Yes, they did. Does that mean that no one's
I
been
hadn't
here
been
for
back
7
since
years?
my brother Lewis's funeral.
My brother Lewis's funeral.
Look at that waterfall. Just the sound of it as well.
This might be an odd question to ask, Rob, before we get into this, but what kind of a game is this? I mean, is it like a mystery? Do I need to be paying attention? Is it just a story to enjoy?
It's a story to enjoy. It's sort of a walking simulator, sort of a story to enjoy. You're going to go inside the house and you're going to just learn about Edith Finch, that's you,
Okay.
and about your family.
All right then. I'm going to stop.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
I'm going to stop extrapolating information from every
Maybe
sentence.
she thought I'd
then.
know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Oh, look at this little old path. That's too scary. It's very calming out here.
It is. Lots of people saying the game audio is low. I've tried to turn it up a little bit here.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Tell me,
Hoof prints.
Tell me if that's okay, people in the chat, because I can't hear the actual audio of the game. Well, I can, but not as you can.
A deer. A female deer. Probably not those, it's a stag.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Wow. That's amazing. That's like out of a fairy tale.
Yeah.
I mean,
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
that last bit of the tower, I mean, you'd have to have a serious conversation with yourself. Like, do we really need this last bit? Who's going to go up there? I want to know what's up there. Is that like a giant... What is that? Looks like a dragon. Like half dragon,
I
half
asked
sunday.
Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me even then.
It feels like an odd joke to me now.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
So she's inherited the house at 17. Well, I think we know what the key's
I hoped
for.
the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Oh.
Sajid Kanan says, I love quiet
Looking
gaming
in,
with Dave.
I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
That's good. Okay then, maybe a side door. What is that? It's a nice dove of peace on a mountain background. Am I going in through the cat flap? Is that what's going to happen here? It's more like a dog flap, isn't it? I am. Oh wow.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
It's such a lovely quality to the light.
Yeah. Almost like you're viewing things. Almost like you're viewing a memory.
It is very nostalgic.
Music in the
For the first time in
well.
years,
Is it 2010 now, or just the last time they touched the calendar?
I felt like I was home.
Well, it's got a lot of character, this place.
That's how you would describe it if you're an estate agent.
What's on the fridge? You can tell a lot about people by what's on their fridge.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
So that's me, I'm Edith. And Lewis has passed away. Edie said her husband was eaten by the dragon. And I guess Dawn's my mum. Oh, Lewis Finch, there you go. He was 22. Ooh, that looks good.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Why does American Chinese takeaway always look so much better than our Chinese
I
takeaway?
know. It never comes like that in Britain, does it?
Always wanted it to come like that.
I just want...
It's in all the movies.
just want a carton with, chopsticks. Here you just get like a Tupperware box, or if you go to a good one, a nice
Nothing in the house looked abnormal.
tub.
There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
There is too much of it. I think a smile with too many teeth, that's
Even
pretty
the
spot on.
fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sank. I guess that's the original house.
the letters went up the chimney.
Oh yeah. Nice touch. Do I want to go? Oh,
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
This key's much more mysterious than I was expecting. This better not scare me. Okay.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Well, Sven was pretty handy then. He
Yeah.
was building houses and music boxes. Barbara Finch.
Cinematic Wallflower says Chinese takeaway here also often comes with chips in the UK, which is bizarre. I disagree. I think chips with Chinese takeaway is the perfect marriage.
Oh, I think it's a good marriage, definitely. But not very Chinese.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Milton? It's a big family. So Sven and Barbara, I don't know anything about them, I suppose, but Sven built the house. What is this room?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Wow. Buried in the library. That's strange. Okay, we're going up. Can we use the stair lift? I'd love to.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
So all these bedrooms, they're all sealed. Oh, Sven and Edie. So Sven is the husband who got eaten by a dragon.
Yes.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
And it's got everyone's births and deaths on it. This is unusual. Who's this? Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
I don't know if that's a figure of speech or what. Did he die before or after they shared a room?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Gregory lived in a bathroom.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Oh, did you hear that creak?
Yeah. Did I tell you this was also a horror game?
No, it's not. Better not be. Ah, so she is. She's like a. So Barbara's an
Whenever
actor.
people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Whose room is this? This is Barbara's room.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Maybe this is not when they died. It's just when they lived in these rooms. I'd like to think that's what it is.
That's a nice thought, Dave.
Oh God. Oh, okay. What's up here?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
That is a. I mean, fantastic wine cabinet.
Yeah.
That is something. Goals. Ooh, look at that view, Rob.
Imagine living with that as your view.
That would be amazing. I mean, this house is incredible. If a little bit cluttered. I'm going in here first, Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with. If she hadn't died in 1947.
Right. Well, that puts rest to that then. It's such a massive family. Okay, one door is open.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I mean, it's sort of terrifying and amazing.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Is it finally time for the key to come into its own? Oh man. So my mum gave me this key.
Yeah.
So she wanted me to open
Turns
it.
out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was
Amazing.
time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Now I'm afraid.
Oh, it's giving me chills already.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
So whose room is this? Probably already spied
Just like
on
I
it.
had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly's room. Molly, who died when she was 10.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That is so weird.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
That is cool. I love how they've got like a little mural on the floor that leads into the wall. That's super. That's very cool. What is this jellyfish? Oh, Molly's diary.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary,
Oh God.
I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Is there any gerbil food?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, you really are hungry. Especially when it's next to some gerbil poo. I get hungry.
They're just raisins.
Yeah, just delicious raisins.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, that's not fair. I mean, I assume there's nothing out. Can I leave?
Mom, can I come out now?
Locked in your own room?
Vod, it's late. Go to sleep.
But I'm really hungry.
I've not had any dinner, Mum.
I'm so hungry. Anything in here? God, I just realised, I was like, what's weird? And that's because I'm so short. I've just realised I'm a little girl.
I kept eating and eating.
Don't eat that. What, toothpaste? I've never been that hungry.
I've eaten toothpaste before.
Really?
Just because I really liked spearmint. As a child, I would sit there just...
I ate a lot of
Good for your
things
teeth, at
that
least.
night.
Berries. Oh no, never a good idea. Never a good idea. I better not eat.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
I was worried I was going to eat a goldfish. I'm not eating you. Oh God, no, no, no. I thought about. I can't actually. Oh, I did.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held
Christopher.
back.
It's a great name for a goldfish.
Oh, sorry, Christopher. I would never eat you.
Chris! No!
Chris. Who's this out here?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Hello.
I reached out for her. And suddenly,
What?
I was a cat.
What was in those berries? Oh God, I'm a cat. I'm a cat. Oh, I wanted to see my cat body. I like to see my little cat hands. I don't want to eat this nice swallow. can I just... I don't want to eat the
I
nice
tried
bird.
to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I'm not surprised. Oh, being a cat is cool. I'm not going to go down here, surely. God. Am I going to have to eat this bird? Not that way. Can I go over here?
Mom and Dad
Oh my
didn't
God.
even look at me.
Oh, it's so cool being so agile. I don't know why this is like so fun. I did a meow. Oh no, that's the bird box. Don't clean yourself. I'm dangerous. I'm a predator. I'm a predator and I cannot be stopped. Can I get up here? Where am I going? Oh God.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh, that's a bad cat sound. You don't want to hear that sound. Where's she gone? Oh, she's on the table.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I'm really hungry, Dad.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
What?
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, this is so cool.
Rabbits.
Where are the rabbits? There they are.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Oh my God.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Point of some
Then
pride
I flew
there.
off to find something bigger.
Something bigger than a rabbit.
A mama rabbit.
No wonder this kid was locked in her room.
Yeah. I think they could have tried harder, really. Another rabbit. I can hear it. There it is. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. I'm not a good owl. It's so
She was
weird.
almost too big to carry.
Oh.
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Oh my God. Heartbeat.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? This is not a good place to be a shark. I'm a shark on a hill. What's going on? Oh my God. Why am I a shark? Why am I a shark rolling down a hill? Why? Come on, Christopher. You can do it. We're going to live. We're going to live. Oh, God. Oh my God. Oh no!
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh no, is that a seal? I'm so torn between...
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I'm so torn between playing the game and not wanting to hurt the animals.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What the hell is this? Have I got a tentacle? I am a tentacle?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh no. Oh, being a monster is very cool.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Am I going to eat a man? I think I ate a man.
Yum, yum, yum.
Wow. I thought I had been
wanted
hungry,
to
but
stop,
I've never been
but
this hungry.
also, I didn't.
That's how I feel. I'm creeping into this room. Oh my god. I need to be stopped. I've got to be stopped. Oh no, someone's drunk. Oh no. He's gone. He's gone. Very like the ship that I arrived on. Oh no. I shouldn't be doing this.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What can I possibly eat now? A country.
I slithered onto the sand.
I like
and
slithering.
the good
like
smell went into an old pipe.
The good smell. What is down here? What could possibly be down here? A toilet.
I got
Oh,
closer
hang on a
and
minute.
closer.
I'm back in my own room. Don't make me eat Christopher. Not Christopher. Can I go up? Surely I've got to eat Molly. Oh no.
All of my stomach started growling.
How many stomachs?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
You'd be terrified.
It's waiting for me to fall asleep.
Oh god.
But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Delicious.
Well, that was way more intense than I was expecting. Pop that down. Where's Christopher now? Oh, I've got a...
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
all of it. I'm not sure if I believed all of that. Some of it, definitely. Oh, quick look at this. Okay. So Edie and Odin. Okay. What was that? It sounded like a cat. Oh, look, there's Christopher's bowl.
Yeah.
He's gone. Is there a cat out there?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Huh. That's
Sky
weird.
TV there.
Yeah. They get everywhere.
What do you think happened to Molly?
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Maybe she fell out the window? I don't know. This is Edie's room.
Yeah.
And she's got a finch in a cage. And also a snake in a cage, to be fair. Wait a minute. Bob. Burpee. Are these pets? Oh, the budgie. An unnamed budgie. Derpy. Burpee, Derpy, Bob, and the budgie. Oh, who we got over here? Lurpy. I had a cockatiel. Big fan of the cockatiel. In general. Purply. What is going on?
There was one you forgot to look at
Edie
the
knit
name
me a
of.
new
Right
pair
at
of
the end, the
gloves
most
every
important
year.
one.
What, Zerpy?
Just in
No.
time to replace the old ones.
It's all the way to the left, by the window.
This one? Rob. For God's sake.
There we go. It's me.
Oh no.
Rob the lizard.
Lurply, Purply, and Rob. So she's a bit of an artist. Who's
Louis
this?
died a week before we
Louis.
left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
That's strange. I mean, all of this is strange. I'm going to stop saying this is strange. Oh, that's the... Is that her painting the mural? That's cool.
Yeah.
Her room was like a museum.
To Odin. 57.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
The family curse.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
But bring the house.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie,
Sank.
with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas
Odin
Island.
Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
The family curse. Doesn't sound good.
No, not at all.
But I mean, there are a lot of dead people in this house. Well, a lot of seemingly dead people. I like that Finch. The Finch with a building hat. A builder's hat. That's very cool. The amount of detail in this game is just mad.
It's amazing. It's takes
When Edie told
environmental
people Sven
storytelling
was killed by a
to the
dragon,
next level.
Yeah.
she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh no. There it is.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
This is too much. Edie. She's gone too far here.
You can feel that texture though, can't you?
Yeah.
So you know exactly what that texture's like on the toilet seat and the bathroom floor.
Big fan of the wind-up frog in the bath.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Wow.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. Oh, we've got another book. Oh, does the key open all the books? There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edie Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
He's got his own dark room. Very cool.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
This is the room split down the middle again.
Look how cool that bedroom is.
I know.
As if I had that bedroom as a boy, I would have gone nuts.
Oh, I'd be just insane. It's got its own little... Look at that, the command center. That is so cool. Fort Sam and Fort Calvin. Oh, there's his camera. Space or hunting lodge, Rob? This is actually quite sort of like, what is this, like war? This one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a flag. They have planes in the sky and then list.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
And it's Calvin.
and
I
that
guess.
he never talked about him.
To command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
It's another one of those tree memorials. Edie does.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh no. Calvin, no. But I'm Calvin again.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Oh.
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh no.
I told him going around was impossible.
Oh.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Oh,
Maybe
Calvin,
it's the
stop
wind hadn't
swinging.
picked up.
But I'm the one who's Calvin. It's me.
Then maybe he'd
Oh,
still
no.
be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
This is sort of so horrible and
That's what I
compelling.
want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Have you ever tried to swing all the way around a swing?
No, I've gone very high though.
Yeah.
On a swing, to the point where I was like, oh god.
Yes. That's enough.
Let's stop now.
That's enough of that.
Yeah.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
That's extremely sad.
Love how there's like a little wall calendar in so many rooms of the house that just obviously have stopped at different times. It's always in books.
Yeah.
It's always hidden in books.
Just making me want to put a
The
secret
passages were a
in
pretty tight fit.
my house.
They'd obviously been built
Maybe
for
they were
smaller
gonna use
hands
one
and
in
No,
bellies.
don't say that.
Maybe one of those internet stories. Where
No.
like, I found a secret passage in my house. Found some of my things in there.
Someone's been living here. Found some half-eaten food in there. Oh, we're in the wine cellar.
It's like a Soulsborne shortcut, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Open the wine cellar shortcut. Nice work.
Milton's been here again. Oh, we're in Barbara's room.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
It's always like slightly ominous.
We should do a feature.
I never
about
thought about how hard it must have been for
best
her
video game
afterwards.
bedrooms.
Well, this might be all of them.
'Cause there are some cracking bedrooms in games that tell so much story.
Marvel Spider-Man. Right at the start.
Guardians of the Galaxy has a good bedroom at the start.
Does it? Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories
That's
people
cool.
wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
People wrote stories about it. How weird.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
God.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her
God.
biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that's a
Now
good scream.
that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven.
Oh,
He'd
nice.
slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
I know where that is, Rob.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him.
Oh no.
Right on cue. She reached for the music box.
This is really
And as
great.
she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. silent.
I don't like this. I can see in the next picture she's got a broken leg. Oh God, Barbara, be careful. I mean, I know Barbara's going to die.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Maybe she does a really cool trick shot.
John Virgo's trick shot.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. That's great. Oh God, that was good. Oh no. Oh, there's a bloody handprint on the door. What a terrifying room this is.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh God. There's where Sven fell on the table saw. See what I can do to this bag, Hookman killer. You're next.
Oh, Finch rattled and grew still.
Took me ages to hit him there. I was just disappointed.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yeah, fair
Then
play.
act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
I forgot about Walter.
Ah!
Oh God.
Okay, I'm coming up. But if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, I hope Walter's not actually dead, but he is, isn't he? You're dead, Walter.
Look at this. Look at how the whole house has just been turned into like a
Comic style.
graphic novel.
It's very, very cool. Also, this hanging egg chair is super cool. We should get some hanging egg chairs. Walter! I'm coming up. This house is Halloweeny without them having had to decorate it. Oh God. Hazard. Oh, Walter's room was the one with the fish on the wall. The underwater scene.
Are you there?
Walter. What on earth is that?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Why mention his height? I think the hook for a hand
Barbara
is like...
turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Nice.
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Come on, Barbara. Although, I'm pretty sure that you definitely die, because that's the whole point of this story.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Molly's room. Where's Christopher? Christopher doesn't exist! Can we go out the window?
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
I could do it, I could. Surely we're not going out here.
Years, the hinges grow.
Oh. Yes! Again! like her
wasn't
dad or
moving,
something, is it?
But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
A little bit faster, Barbara, maybe. He's going to have written a novel by the time we get down here. Oh, he's gone.
The hookman had vanished.
Oh.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Oh. Come on, Barbara. Is it Rick? I'd be glad to see him, and he's an idiot.
Whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh my god. Surprise! It's a surprise party. Yes, it is! Thank God!
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Oh no.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah, lovely. They're very happy.
Oh, that's left me
lovely story.
quite speechless. That was brilliant and awful. How horrible. I really want to go and see the music box again. Happy birthday, Barbara. Blimey. This is... wow. That's so sad. Oh no, I don't want to get in here. Oh well, maybe I do.
I guess
matter.
now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I want to go and check out the music box. Oh, this door was locked. Is it still locked? I don't know why it wouldn't be. Music box. I know there's no ear in there.
But you know what to do.
Yes. I mean, that's weird that the comic was had that bit down. That music is very eerie. I don't know if any music box doesn't sound eerie, to be fair.
Music boxes are only for horror.
It could be like music box version of Daft Punk and you'd still be like... Always wanted a pool table. Just thought I'd say it. was like my dream growing up.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
So this is Sven's. Oh wow, look, it's plans for the dragon slide.
Yeah.
And here's the table saw where he cut himself. If we believe the angry
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement
evil
once,
pumpkin
carrying packages.
carrying packages.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh wow. What have you been up to, Edie? Is this like a bunker?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
What did she say?
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Wow, she has been making a bunker.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Wow. Walter had a bit of a longer life than most in the Finch family.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Wait, this is where
On that
Walter
first
lived.
day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
Where's the rumble? 2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
After 30 years,
I don't mind if I
tinned
only have a year
peaches.
left. for a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun.
You better not get run over.
You can never leave. You may never leave the house.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
No, he was building a model train.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
I mean, would you tell your kids about an uncle under the house?
No, definitely not.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Let's watch out for trains now. Edith.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Maybe 2?
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
The King 101 says, what does Dave think of the game so far?
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse.
Well, I'm absolutely enthralled. I'm sorry
real.
I've not really been talking very much. Oh, wow. It's really fantastic. And it's so innovative and beautiful. And I'm just finding it very compelling. That's cool.
You wonder if he ever really did get run over by a train.
Well, considering the tracks seem to go to nothing.
That's kind of what I like about it, is it's, I think, very open to interpretation about what actually happened.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah. Cool statue out there.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Who me?
And the history you're a part of.
Lovely waves.
Who's she talking to? 'Cause she said 2. And she said, your family.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I do feel lost if you're talking to me.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
A lot of the people in the story is 10.
That's true.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
I mean, that is unusual. Wow, they really did.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Where's Rob?
3 of the
Yeah, where
gerbils
is
are
Rob?
mine, and
Maybe he's still
2 have
alive.
been my fault.
Yeah.
All the Erpies are dead.
Yeah, all the
Zoe,
Erpies.
Coco,
Really got it.
Tucker,
Derpy Jr.
Daisy.
Yeah, Rob seems to have escaped, unless it's further on.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
I mean, it's very cool and also very terrifying. It's a little bit like Beetlejuice. I like that she designed her own grave. That's very cool. Wow, that's amazing.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Going down with his house.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, that's what it is. That's very cool. That's amazing.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
That's so cool. Oh, I love that. I don't know why I love that so much. It's great.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
How mad that I just completely missed this bit of the
Her dad had
graveyard.
been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory Finch was like 1.
Sword in the Storm says Barbara Finch isn't buried here.
Hey, that took me a second. Very good. But these, did we come this way? This is different. Surely. Milton Finch died, what? Well, he's painting there, looks like an artist.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
What's Lewis Finch got?
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Always wanted a tree house.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ah. That explains it. Wait, 22 weeks, how long is that? I think before you were a parent, everybody thinks of 9 months, but then when people are pregnant, they're always talking weeks and trimesters. I just have no idea. What's 22 weeks?
4.5 months, isn't it? What,
bit
4
more.
months? 4 months? Just over 4 months?
No, 4 months would be like 16 weeks, wouldn't it?
Well, like about 5 months then. About halfway through.
Yeah.
I never
a full
met
term
Grandpa
is 40
Sam,
weeks.
but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Oh, so she's pregnant. So she's talking to her child.
They
to
were
be.
both pretty intense.
Blimey, that is a statement rug.
Indeed.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
This is Calvin's twin brother.
Ah, the spaceman.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
I went candid.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Get a little bit of out of focus foliage there. The car's the star.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
You'll never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Oh no, it's my bird friend. That makes me
Aw.
I wouldn't always happily just take pictures in games.
A little family.
You're right,
Yeah.
Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
This is so relaxing and nice. Where's Dawn?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still
Posterity.
on.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Everything's arranged so photogenically.
I know.
right here.
You can get really, you know, like
Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
Lovely compositions.
arty. Like just some rods.
That was a
just
great trip.
on a log.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? I bet if I could remember, you don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
I like it. I'm getting some nice pictures.
Give me a minute to check the map.
Everything's just, it's all too photogenic, Rob.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Snacker stackers. Is it this?
Maybe. Was it? have been...
I do feel like I'm wasting the film now, but I'm still having a nice time.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to
Oh
do
God,
this?
is this going to go wrong?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready. Great shot, Don!
Oh my God.
Great photo.
Oh God. Great. Oh God.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching.
Oh God.
think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Don.
Ugh.
Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Oh. Oh my God, that is amazing. I did not see that coming.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Because I loved it. I loved that story. It was funny.
That's a great story. It's a classic story. Wow. I really thought he was going to get shot, or, you know, the gun was going to jerk back and hit him in the head or something. Wow.
Do you notice the little picture of his brother he's got there on the swing?
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I didn't think about who that was. And there's the picture. Wow. And there's Dawn, I guess.
So in the end, both brothers died by falling off of high things.
Yes. And Dawn is Edith's mum, right? I think.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Certainly has a lot of photos of, and a lot of taxidermy. Taxidermy's weird, I think.
It always makes me think of that Twitter account.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, that is quite something, isn't it? That Twitter account. I mean, you've got to start somewhere. It must be so disappointing and hard to be a taxidermist learning your trade. Just like, nope. I just don't know if I'm cut out for this. An airline ticket on Sparrow Airlines. Well, I'm not leaving this room as yet. Who's Kay? I don't think we've met Kay yet. Kay Finch. Night has really crept up on me here. I mean, it's been night for a while, but...
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, Gregory. Baby Gregory. Ah, that door's been properly sealed.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I saw this frog earlier.
That thing's over, Gregory. It's time to...
Oh, I was massively enjoying being a
Hold on, sweetie.
wind-up frog then.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
What is going on?
What his world was like.
It's weird, isn't it? No one knows what it's like being a baby.
He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Oh, what is this music? Is it Swan Lake or something?
Lost in his imagination.
I can't remember. It's great though.
Whatever it was, he saw.
This is so great.
It sure made him happy.
Oh, I really wanted the whale to get involved, so I was quite sad about it. Yeah! This is so ridiculously good.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. I could feel him slipping away.
Slipping away?
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us.
Oh
About the world he saw.
Wow, this has turned a really, really lovely part of the game into quite a terrifying, sad part.
About Gregory. About everything.
Let's get the pluck.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
divorced.
Yes. That was very harrowing. I can't believe I let myself have too much fun in a game where every story is about how somebody died.
Writing poetry, and yet
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard.
A kite.
Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
The wedding is all going on down here.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Like that energy, Gus.
Doesn't quite work, the cadence.
Yeah.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
That's a lot of fun. Destroying everything.
Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Oh man, another happy tale. I'm starting to think that maybe this family is
and
cursed.
they died.
she never
Yeah.
said that, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, there's 3 names left on this tree.
Your mum and your 2 brothers.
Yes. This door is properly sealed. That's... Greg, be a baby. There's a climbing wall. Are we climbing? We are
My mom
climbing.
moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Getting into the rickety
At the time,
part of the
it was
house
as far
now.
away as she could get.
Oh, the unlikely tower. Well, this is nice. I like what she's done with the place.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh, what an amazing window.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Fly to India, 1987.
Lewis was born a year later.
All the missing posters. But that's for Milton, right?
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Stick another room on.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Wow, look at this is homeschooling.
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was hoping for some clarification on the scale.
Now this is a...
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Here to the Unfinished Swan. Where the king of that world is heavily implied that the king of that game is in fact Milton from this game.
Oh, really?
So what you're looking at now is basically a big Unfinished Swan
Yeah.
reference.
Another fantastic game. Yeah, this little paper world is almost exactly... Well, obviously it's almost exactly like that. Very reminiscent. That's really cool.
I always press play says I've never heard of the Unfinished Swan.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
You must play it.
PS3 game.
Sure, it's on PS4.
I think so too. This especially, this picture of a castle makes me really think of it.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
That was what was on his grave. Did you ever make a flick book, Rob? as a kid.
I did actually.
Everybody does. I think they were always surprisingly good.
I was
Everyone
4
could
when
do
Milton
something.
disappeared.
It just vanishes.
Yeah.
It's you know, look at the picture of him as well. Like, it's a really interesting fan theory, obviously, that he just created this world, disappeared into it.
Yeah.
He became the king of the unfinished Swan world. But what that means in this game, who knows?
Music's so great.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
She loves sealing doors.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Sorry, not laughing at the story. It's laughing at this boat that has made its way into being part of the house.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Ooh. I did it. I've been curious. Very psychedelic. Onto the boat.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, God. Oh.
He kept working at the cannery.
Yeah.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to... wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something new. Bats.
What?
And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee.
It feels like a matter of time before I shot my own hand off here.
Tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Oh wow.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
The game's getting bigger. This is great.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New
like
Lewis.
Art styles. The imagination bit.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents.
Always. Oh.
He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. he was so proud of having created it.
I love that.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
This is amazing.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Well, that's a disappointing castle. Seems like Lewis.
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Is that a giant cat?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
The cat's called Molly.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
I've learned my lesson now.
Bend down his head.
It's a familiar shape. That's what's on his grave. Like that crown.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Wow, that was amazing.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
That was really, really great.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Well, there's one name left on the list. I can't believe, I don't know, that was just fantastic. I don't think I've ever...
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
I haven't experienced anything like most of the stuff in this game, to be fair.
Yeah.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
She wrote a book.
Seven ways to create a fulfilling classroom.
Indeed.
Like a Friday feature.
She's got her husband's high-vis jacket.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
I'm not sure I'm ready. It's got very small again.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
There's the music box.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Not now, Mom.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh, God, no.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
So cool.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh no.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
there you go, Dave.
Wow. Wow. Well, that was fantastic.
Did the whole game in one stream.
I'm really glad that I've played it and that we played it like this. That was really, really amazing. Absolutely incredible. Not sure what to say really. I feel quite lost for words.
I don't know why we streamed this, to be honest.
Well, I don't know, because we can, because we wanted to. It's and because it's fantastic. I mean, it's your favourite PS4 game.
Yep.
That's definitely one of mine now too. Absolutely amazing, fantastic. I don't know what to say. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant and astounding. And
it just changes. There's no one moment. There's no one single second of repetition. It just lasts for 2 hours and it innovates for every second of those 2 hours.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And it's, I don't know, really satisfying despite having left me with loads of questions. And
you got a trophy for looking at Johan in the credits there.
That's good. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know, fantastic. Well, just absolutely amazing. A brilliant game. Thank you so much for sharing it with me, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to play it because that was wonderful. But I'm also glad I waited. It feels really nice to have shared it with everybody. I hope everyone in the chat has been enjoying it, and hopefully most of you have played it before and are just enjoying reminiscing.
Oh God, yeah. If anyone's come to this stream having not played this before, then
we should have said it at the start. It's pretty obvious, but what an amazing game. What are they doing now? I hope they've got something else on the way.
Who knows? I mean, look. Also, Jeff Russo, the composer. I love the music. He's the same composer as who does the music for the Fargo TV series.
Oh, no way.
Which is also one of probably my actual favourite TV show ever as well.
This is probably my favourite credit sequence ever. Definitely. This is such a great touch. I'm very happy watching all of these credits, which sometimes I'm not, I have to admit. It's like, this is wonderful. Oh, it's just an amazing game, and it's like, these credits are just full of memories as well. Remember the peaches. Remember the roller skate.
Jellyfield Panda says, I hadn't played this. Well, to be honest, you know, it's one of those games where you get pretty much the same experience if you watch someone play it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not playing it yourself, but the story.
Although I would recommend doing, you know, being a cat and being a monster in particular, and also being a shark rolling down a hill.
Yeah.
That was great. You might want to experience that for yourself. Yeah. Wow, just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Neil Druckmann was a playtester. It says there.
Ricky Haggett and Dick Hogg. They're the
yeah.
Frobisher Says guys.
Oh, wonderful. Scarred for Life 2.
I mean, imagine like making this game and you're like, okay, fine, we finished, we do the credits now. And they're like, we have to make the credits every bit as amazing as...
Yeah, someone was like, no, we don't. We don't have to do that. Yes, we do.
We have to do this. So like it is sort of open to interpretation, I guess. You know, did Edith Finch Jr., did she die in childbirth? I think that's the implication.
I think that's the implication.
Yeah.
And was there, you know, is there a curse? Is that what they were talking about?
Don't know, do you?
At the end, where Edie and Dawn talking about trying to escape the curse?
And how did Edie die as well? Like, that's never explicitly mentioned.
I guess maybe Edith doesn't know because they just left.
No. This is when the van came to pick her up in the morning. She was already gone.
She was already gone, yeah.
Or perhaps, you know,
That's
maybe
true.
it was a tsunami that got her.
Yes, well,
as implied.
It definitely. I mean, but that was meant to be the day that Edith was born. But I mean, who knows? Who knows? Absolutely amazing. Well, yeah, I'm quite lost for words, really. I think I need to go and have a big think. Have a big think about all of this. It's just an absolutely beautiful, amazing game, and yeah, it was absolutely wonderful to to share it with everybody. I'm actually really pleased that we kind of all played this together rather than just playing it by myself for some reason. I think it's nice to be able to talk about it right away. I think I would hate to have just played it and just be sat there just like, oh, I need to speak to someone about this. Ah, amazing. Well, thank you for getting me to play it, Rob. I really, really appreciate it. It's been wonderful.
Glad you have played it now after all this time.
I know.
About it.
Way too much time. And it only took 2 hours, like you said.
Indeed. Well, there we go. A lovely way to start the week.
It certainly is.
A game about lots of people dying.
Yeah, I know. I managed to make people dying the most like colourful and vibrant and wonderful thing somehow. I enjoyed everyone.
Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for all your comments. Sorry we didn't read out many. It was quite a quiet stream today. I wanted to let Dave experience it as authentically as possible, so it wasn't, it wasn't Bant's time really. We had some funny Australian accents at the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
we all enjoyed that. Apart from the Australians,
accents?
yeah, they didn't like it at all.
So there we go. We'll be back. We'll be back later in the week. There's I think on Thursday it's Hitman 3 Year 2 time.
Ooh.
Which I'm very much
treat
looking
yourself.
forward to. Yeah. So there's that to look forward to. We've also got obviously the usual videos are coming throughout the week. And thank you to our wonderful mods, Domino and Oliver Barr. Thank you to Alex, who's been in the chat as PlayStation Access, and thank you to everyone else in the chat who's been commenting. If you're watching this later on, not live, if you're a member of the Vod Squad, leave us a comment, and we will do our best to read out as many of your comments as possible on the next stream. But apart from that, all that's left to do is for us to say a very happy goodbye to you all.
Yes, indeed, a very happy goodbye. I will do the awkward wave. Thank you so much for watching me discover and enjoy this game. It's been fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody.
Another wave. Bye.